As the pandemic and the developing crisis have shown, one of the few sustainable industries turned out to be the IT sector. Therefore, today we will talk about how to enter a niche. What IT business to open if you are not a programmer, developer or tester. And how much you need to invest in the project to make it successful. 5 reasons to open an IT company from scratch in Russia. A few years ago, IT specialists preferred to work online for Western companies, while Russian entrepreneurs registered IT businesses in foreign jurisdictions. Today the situation has changed dramatically. The state is trying in every possible way to support investors who are ready to open an IT company in Russia. So, in March, the president signed a decree on the introduction of the third package of measures to support the IT industry. Thanks to this, there are 5 more good reasons to open an IT company. No income tax. Until the end of 2024, all IT businesses are completely exempt from the obligation to deduct 3% of sales to the state budget. Prohibition of inspections of business by regulatory authorities. It is also introduced for 3 years. Concessional lending. Thinking about how to make money in the IT field, now you cannot be afraid to use borrowed funds. The maximum allowable loan rate for new and existing IT projects is 3%. Easy mortgage. The government is still clarifying the list of categories of workers who can qualify for such assistance. Grants for Russian developers. Now they are provided by 3 organizations at once: the Bortnik Foundation, the Skolkovo Foundation and RFRIT. The share of state funding for promising IT solutions and digital products created for the purpose of import substitution will reach 80% in the coming months. The amount of support is up to 500 million rubles. Skolkovo Technology Center. How to open an IT company from scratch. The formula for the success of any IT business: a strong team plus large investments. Fortunately, promising startups today can count on tax incentives and serious financial support from the state. Therefore, if the idea is worthwhile, there is every chance not only to open an IT company, but also to make it successful. However, a huge number of IT projects fail in the first year because of the mistakes of management, marketing, low level of specialists. Therefore, Altera Invest business brokers warn, IT is a difficult niche. To achieve success here, the entrepreneur must carefully calibrate his every step, but at the same time be ready to quickly respond to changes in the market. Where to start to make money in the IT field? The first thing to do is to determine which company you will open, outsourcing or product. Outsourcing specialists carry out customer orders, they create programs, websites. Grocery companies develop their own programs, promote them, and sell licenses. The next steps for a beginner IT entrepreneur. Decide on a form of business. Both self-employed and individual entrepreneurs, LLCs, can work in a niche. Choose a tax system. An IT company can work on a general or simplified system. Find out all about investment opportunities. It is almost impossible to open an IT company without serious investments. Therefore, one of the most difficult tasks of a digital entrepreneur is finding an investor. Get help from an experienced lawyer. Since IT involves the creation of an intellectual product, it is rational to immediately create patents and confirm copyrights. Theft of promising ideas is a common situation in the market. Below we will take a closer look at other important points of opening an IT company. Competitor analysis. The main difficulty of the high-tech sphere is the highest competition. IT products are created for quite a long time. While you are developing a technology, a competitor company can release a similar development first. Therefore, it is very important to know your competitors, to understand what projects they are working on in order to choose a free niche. Paradoxically, at the same time as protecting their developments, it is important for IT specialists to exchange experience and constantly contact with colleagues. As practice shows, the more specialists of different profiles are involved in the project, the easier it is to open an IT company and achieve success. Therefore, do not be afraid to collaborate, find remote performers, create collaborations. In the long run, this will allow you to bypass more secretive competitors. Choice of direction, formation of a list of services. We will give 3 tips to help you decide which IT business to open. Analyze the offers of the foreign market. Try to find a cool idea and then adapt it to the Russian market. For example, this is how the social network vKontakte was created. Find the real pain of the potential consumer. So, many dog owners agree with the coolness of Apple's application for finding a nanny for animals, but even before the sanctions, Russians rarely used the service because of the high cost. Do a preliminary test. You can assess the real demand for an idea using surveys. The next step is to launch a free beta. It is impossible to overestimate the importance of marketing in the IT field. If you ask the question of how to make money on IT technologies for veterans of the digital market, you will hear the categorical: hire the best salespeople and do not spare money for promotion. A competent marketing campaign will help sell even unfinished technology. And the most promising idea will quietly die if potential consumers do not find out about it. Where to start to make money in the IT field. Definition of the target audience. Before you open an IT company, you must clearly understand who your buyer, consumer of a service or product is. Orientation to the client will improve the product, make it as convenient and useful as possible. Let's take a simple example. Let's say you're building a cloud-based hotel management service. After creating a prototype, don't be greedy. Provide a product for testing to operating hotels for free. Work closely with hoteliers. It is with their help that you will understand which specific functions need to be connected, modified, removed. Stages of registration of an IT company. The preparatory stage of the launch ends with the writing of a detailed business plan. Then start legal registration. How to open an IT company from scratch on your own. Just go step by step. Decide on a business format. Will you start a business with your own funds, or are you looking for investors? Will you become the sole owner or organize joint management? Choose a brand name. To create a memorable name, use the help of PR specialists. And immediately evaluate the adaptability of the name to foreign markets. Complete legal registration. Set up self-employment or other type of entrepreneurship that matches your chosen goals. Get licenses. Check the legislation to determine if they are necessary. Open a bank account.